That's how much the Massachusetts State Police spends to track troopers on the road. The GPS system is supposed to boost transparency and accountability, but 25 Investigates found it can be defeated with the flip of a switch. Here's investigative reporter Ted Daniel.
We begin this story with a name you're likely familiar with, Michael Proctor. He's the former state police detective fired for conduct revealed in Karen Read's first trial. I started looking into state police GPS tracking after learning how Proctor stayed off the radar with his. Michael Proctor was fired for his texts about Karen Read and for what he did on an overtime shift where he was making time and a half.
You also investigated Michael Proctor for this allegation of drinking on duty, correct?
I did.
Proctor and Canton Police Detective Kevin Albert drove to the Cape in Proctor's unmarked cruiser. While investigating a cold case, they stopped for cold beers at Treehouse Brewery in Sandwich, and then dinner and more drinks at a restaurant in Hanover on the way home. Proctor's cruiser was equipped with a hardwired GPS tracker. State police began installing the devices in all of their vehicles in 2019. The initial cost, $225,000. Fraud scandal that rocked the agency in 2018.
So we'll now have the ability to track historical time and attendance.
25 Investigates filed a public records request for Proctor's GPS data on the day he went to the Cape with Kevin Albert. If you go by the report, Proctor drove a total of 8 seconds that day and never left his hometown of Canton. The rest of his travels were never recorded. With a flip of a switch, he was able to turn his tracker off.
And fair to say you found no violation of misconduct in that respect?
Correct.
Michael, would you like to make any comment?
Proctor was never disciplined for turning off his vehicle locator because he was authorized to.
You can't shut your radio off, so why would you shut that off?
Dennis Galvin is a retired state police vehicles with GPS locators on the road. 25 Investigates found 418 of them have a kill switch. An agency spokesperson says tracking can only be disabled with a supervisor's permission and only in sensitive investigations. Where a state police internal affairs report from 2021 says then Trooper Dwayne Correa had his gun stolen out of his unmarked cruiser following a night of drinking in Providence. The report says Correa disabled his tracker to conceal his whereabouts from his supervisors. State police denied our request for a list of all the vehicles where tracking can be shut off, calling it detrimental to the security and safety of uniformed members.